Welcome back to Von Blues Boxing, man. What's going on with everybody? So I wanted to make this video to give my predictions for the Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade versus Liam Williams WBO middleweight title fight. So basically, Boo Boo is fighting the number 2 WBO middleweight ranked fighter in the world, Liam Williams. You know, Jaime Munguia is number 1. And he's number 1 in the WBC, so I thought possibly Boo Boo could fight Jaime Munguia. You know, him being on Golden Boy, him being on Matchroom, they both fighting on DAZN. And I thought it would be a makeable fight, but, you know, Jaime Munguia went a different route. He was going to fight Selecki, but then Selecki, I think, got injured or something like that. So he's got a new opponent. So Boo Boo's fighting Liam Williams. Liam Williams, pretty good fighter, you know, came through junior middleweight, had 2 losses. You know, he had a close loss to Liam Smith, and then he lost to Liam Smith in the 6th round. So, you know, he won his last 2 fights by stoppage and beating McKenna and beating Alizante Fox. And, yeah, so, I mean, Liam Williams is a pretty good fighter, you know. Guy likes to come forward, puts the pressure on his opponents, got good, you know, he's got some pretty good boxing skills, you know, likes to put pressure and throws his punches pretty good, and he will, you know, aggressive kind of fighter, you know, pretty good fighter. And he's fighting Boo Boo Andrade. Now, we all know about Boo Boo Andrade, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, one of the best middleweights in the world. Just hasn't had a chance to fight the best fighters in his division. You know, Triple G, Jamal Charlo, Real Murata. You know, just hasn't had the opportunity. And when he had the opportunity to fight at top middleweight at that time, Billy Joe Saunders popped hot. So, you know, here Demetrius Andrade is fighting, you know, Liam Williams. Now, there is a contingent of people that's out there believe Liam Williams is going to pull up the upset and beat Demetrius Andrade. They think that Liam Williams got the goods and got the skill set and the mentality to pull this off. And I hear him. It's understandable. I understand where they're coming from that, you know, but I just think there's a certain level between them. And I just think in this fight, Demetrius Andrade is going to win this fight. You know, I didn't want to make this such a long prediction video or anything. I just think Boo Boo Andrade is a better fighter. You know, just as simple as that. When it comes to that, you know, I just think Boo Boo earlier on will score a knockdown like he's done in his past couple fights. He tends to do that to his fighters. Shock them, jumps on them early, scores a knockdown or hurts them. And sometimes they kind of second guess themselves. So, I mean, it hasn't been the highest level of middleweights, but I mean, to do that to guys, I mean, that's a good thing. And I think it's going to be kind of similar in this fight. I think Boo Boo might score a knockdown in the first couple of rounds. And I think it's just going to be a fight that he wins comfortably. You know, he wins a pretty, you know, fight. Yeah, I think he's just going to win comfortably. I think a stoppage is coming in this fight. I believe he's going to stop Liam Williams and anywhere from the 7th to 9th round. I just think that Boo Boo's coming out there. He looks slimmer. I've noticed that about Boo Boo. He looks a little slimmer. So it looks like he's really been, you know, taking hard. I mean, and there's no knock on Liam Williams. I'm not saying that Liam Williams can't pull this fight off. I just don't. I just think Boo Boo Andrade is he's just going to get the job done. And I think he's going to win impressively. I think that Liam Williams will, you know, I think Liam Williams is going to go for it. And so he's going to bring the pressure on. He's going to, you know, come forward, attack Demetrius Andrade, you know, but I think that's going to play in Boo Boo's hands. You know, Boo Boo is a awkward dude. He's pretty good everywhere. He's just good everywhere. And he's awkward and he has a different style and he has a good fight IQ. And I just think he's going to get the stoppage in this fight. Anywhere from the 7th to 9th round, I believe that he will stop Liam Williams in this fight. And, yeah, so, you know, that's kind of my prediction in this fight. I just think Boo Boo's too smart, too intelligent. I think he'll use that jab. I think the jab will set up everything, and that's how he will control the fight. He'll control the pace with that jab, and then Boo Boo will just go to work. You know, I just think in the first couple of rounds, he's going to score a knockdown, and that's going to shock Liam Williams. And that's just my opinion. Now, I could be 100% wrong in this fight and wrong in this prediction, but I just don't. I don't see it with Liam. I mean, I got respect for Liam Williams. I don't knock any fighter. I just think that Boo Boo Andrade is just, he at that level, you know. And so I just think he'll get the job done. I just think he's such an awkward and such an intelligent dude in that ring. Liam Williams, you know, I don't think, you know, he's never fought by anybody like Boo Boo Andrade. You know, he's never fought an opponent like him. So, yeah, I just think Boo Boo Andrade will get a either between the 7th and 9th round stoppage in this fight. You know, I just think Boo Boo wants to impress. I think he wants to send a message in his division and send a message. And he, you know, he talked about going 168. So this might be his last fight there. Because, you know, he can't get the Triple G fight. He can't get the Jamal Charlo fight. It really ain't too much left at 160 for him. So if he wants to chase that Canelo fight or get bigger names in the ring, I think he need to go up the weight at 168. So, yeah, that's my prediction for that, for the Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade versus Liam Williams card. That's on DAZN. It's 12 o'clock West Coast time. So, at East Coast, what, 3 o'clock, and then Central time, 2 o'clock, you know, in the United States. So, yeah, y'all check that out on DAZN, man. Good fight. Don't miss it. There's some other good fights on there. I'm going to give my predictions for those fights, too. Yeah, so y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Von Blues Boxing. I'm out.